Alrighty, folks, welcome race fans. Tonight, the Stacey Wells Memorial Charity Race, the Check It for Andretti Foundation here on MaxSpeedTV at Nashville Super Speedway here tonight, a track that I am not really familiar with. I just bought it for, well, two reasons. One, for the charity event here tonight, and for another league that I will be doing coming up this week. They will be at Nashville Super Speedway, but I've got Gary Wells up here in the booth with me tonight. Now, Gary is actually going to be racing. Now, Stacey Wells is Gary's mom. Unfortunately, Gary did lose his mom last year to cancer, but you know, she fought hard, and unfortunately, it did take her life. But Gary, man, glad to have you up here, and as always, you know, you're putting on a charity event, not only for your mom, but for the Check It for Andretti Foundation. Gary, kind of talk about it, you know, another event. I think this is...
Yeah. Well, as I'm making laps here, I should probably get off the track so I can multitask. I'm not used to driving and talking. But tonight, this is in memory of my mother, like you alluded to. I did look to see what was a good colon cancer initiative out there, and then I looked no other than to John Andretti, had the same disease. Unfortunately, he passed away at the beginning of 2020 last year. He passed away on January 30th, and his whole initiative as he was fighting himself was go get tested, go get the colonoscopy, go get examined. Like, don't guess on this. Like, take it very seriously. And so I was like, cool. Like, they do donate to cancer research, and they help to people get their colonoscopy. So this was kind of a cause that hit close to home, and I figured what better way to do it than to put on this race in her honor, because I know that she wouldn't want any of the glitz or the glamour right now, and she would want me to donate it to a good cause. So I figured this is the next best thing.
Oh, yeah, and it is for a great cause, you know, as you just alluded to, Gary. You know, Check It for Andretti, you know, they help those that, you know, maybe don't have the money to get that, you know, the testing, the colonoscopy, and that is very important for really anybody, you know, especially at a certain age, because colon cancer is one of those cancers that, you know, it can kind of sneak up on you, or it can hit you all at one time. So definitely gotta, you know, definitely get a colonoscopy if you're, you know, if you've got some symptoms, or if maybe it runs in your family. Definitely get that. Of course, all proceeds do go to the Check It for Andretti Foundation. Now, the top three, though, here at the race tonight will get some type of payout. And you know, we don't have the big fill, Gary, that we were hoping for, but you know, it is still Nashville. It is still their super speedway. I'm expecting some great racing.
Oh yeah, it should be a great race here tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I do like this racetrack already. I haven't had a whole lot of laps here, but just kind of taking some notes here for next week, that race that we'll be doing back here again at Nashville next Friday night. So looking forward to it. This is also on the schedule for Swift Motorsports next season as well. And we are actively recruiting in that series. So I don't know if you have anybody listening that is a racer on iRacing, but if you're looking to join, what better way to show up and kind of join our league than tonight's race, of course. But anyhow, you know, this is a good cause, and Nashville's a fun track, and really looking forward to it. Hope we run well.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I'm looking, you know, I'm hoping for some awesome racing out here tonight. Of course, we don't have any points to go down because this is a charity event, and no points are on the line. But Gary, we're gonna let you get back out there and do some more practicing, bud. We're not gonna keep you. But, you know, glad to talk to you before we get into this race here tonight. Now, 75 laps. It may seem like, 75 laps here, you know, at Nashville Super Speedway. Trust me, folks, they're going to be able to be pulling in about 2 laps a minute until the tires fall off. So, I think
the fuel window here with 60% fuel, it's about 40 laps here tonight as I'm putting my announcer hat on. So we are going to have to pit once for gas. I did give these guys a couple extra sets of tires in case we do get a couple of cautions early, because these tires are going to play a big factor here tonight. I noticed in a couple of my runs, I was losing about a second pretty quick. Tire fall off here is pretty massive, so it should be a fun race, and like I said, looking forward to it. Should be a blast.
For sure.
Also, it's been pinned in the comments already. If you feel
you're still on my thunder, but go ahead.
Yeah, if you feel obligated to give, my PayPal is right there. Again, all proceeds tonight go directly to the Check It for Andretti Foundation. So we'll be getting that money deposited this week. I'll be writing them a check and going from there. So time tonight, again, looking forward to it, Josh. Thanks for having me up here a little bit to talk about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Kara's actually asking in chat, where do we donate? And, of course, like Gary just said, Kara, right there, PayPal. Now, that, is directly to Gary, but, Gary is going to make, everything does go to Check It for Andretti. Other than, the payouts for the top three, unless those drivers say give it, back. So, but that is the donation there. I don't know if Check It for Andretti has a website. If they do, you can also probably go over there and directly donate. But Gary, I think we're going to go ahead and let you get back there. Do that. Now, you just sent me a message here in Discord.
I did. In case my PayPal link doesn't work, Josh, you have my email, and you could spread that out in case people are having trouble. So, okay. I know when people were signing up for the event, the link was having a hard time working. So, but that is there for you as a backup. But anyhow, you could. I believe they do have a website. I haven't looked at it in a minute, so I believe you can donate there. I looked to see if there was a donate on Facebook, and they don't have anything there as of yet. So it's a fairly new foundation. They just started within the last couple of years. So, but yeah, if you guys want to donate on their website, cool. If not, proceeds could go to me, and I'll make sure it gets into the right hands accordingly. So, but anyway, I'm not going to keep myself here any longer. I'm going to keep talking until I talk your ear off. So, y'all have a good night, and hopefully we'll win this thing. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, it definitely would. I'm going to go ahead and send you back down there to Will's Racing, Gary. Glad to have you up here. We might get you back up here at the end of the race, bud.
Sounds good. See y'all later.
Yep. All right. Well, that is Gary Wells, of course, joining us up here at the beginning. Of course, you've got a couple of things to go down here. Of course, that is going to be the pre-race analytics like we always do. 81 air temp. Wind is out there at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. It does fluctuate. Track temp of about 83 degrees. Now, they are only going to be pulling 75 laps here tonight, so it could be a very short race. That does equal to 99 3/4 of miles, but, rounded out 100 miles. Now, tires, as Gary was saying earlier, those tires could be a problem. They do get a total of 4, 3 behind the wall. So we could possibly see it maybe come down to strategy on tire wear. Of course, fuel window somewhere. I'm going to say, I know I have it 35 to 40, but I'm going to probably say somewhere, anywhere between 30 and 40, I guess. Really depending on how, what's going on track caution wise. Like I said, folks, I don't know really anything about the Nashville Super Speedway, so this track is very new to me. Now, pit road here is a gruesome 45 miles an hour. We got a pace speed of 55, so let's hope we don't see that pace car out there here this evening. But we do have some people tuning in here before we get to the national anthem. Mr. Tech Hunter out there, Kara Staton out there. We got David Designs in chat, Brendan Kennedy, and of course Gary Wells himself right now in chat. But he will be coming out on track here. And why is that slideshow still showing Iowa? This is not Iowa. But we are going to go ahead and step away here and play the national anthem, folks, provided by Madison Rising. So don't go anywhere. Qualifying will be underway when we come back.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
Alrighty, folks. Qualifying, of course, underway here tonight. Now, right now, we've got Jeffrey Goodpaster up in the top spot with a 29,241. So right now, he is up in that top spot. Andrew Mirage there. Coming into that second with a 29,249. We got Sean Kozier out here there in fourth. Greg Wellen right now in third. Corey Cook right now in fifth. Lee Staples sixth. Zach Lindgren. I have not called that man's name in forever here tonight. I've known Zach for quite some time as well. Glad to see Zach back out here for a good cause. Right now, currently running in seventh. Matt Staton there in that eighth spot. David Cameron ninth, and Gary Wells there in 10th. Now, we do have two admins here tonight, so we've got 10 drivers, two admins. Our admins here tonight, Darren Clement and Don Kidder. So a big shout out to them two for coming up here and, admitting the race. Now, the race itself is going to be under some rules here for the league called Swift Motorsports. They are going to be basing everything off of the Swift Motorsports rule book. So just to give everybody a heads up, if we do have a caution, you might see some EOLs, stuff like that. So there are still rules. However, iRacing also has their sets, caution, speeding down pit road, stuff like that. So just wanted to let everybody know there are still rules here that, these drivers need to follow. And but I think we're going to have a good race here tonight. 75 laps, 10 drivers. Of course, like I said in chat here earlier, folks, thank you everybody for, of course, tuning in here tonight. I know it's not a huge field, but thank you everybody that has donated to the Check It for Andretti Foundation, and those that are going to. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We got about 8 watching, 7 likes. Share it, get it out there. We would appreciate that. Now, they're not going to grid, but they are going to get into a driver's meeting here real quick. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull up the pole sitter or not. That would be Jeffrey Goodpaster, but let me go ahead and see if I can grab him. Jeffrey, bud, got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I know you guys are in a driver's meeting here, and I understand that, but, for a good cause here tonight, you are going to come away with the pole here, bud, but, kind of talk about it, man. Nashville Super Speedway, a charity event, got to hear from you.
Well, let me put it this way. I got 2 people talking at once in the meeting, so hang on one second.
All right, so we'll wait for Jeffrey here. I know, like I said, folks, I know they're in a meeting, so Jeffrey, just interrupt me and let me know when you're ready. And we'll, of course, definitely get you up here. All right, you there? Well, as we wait on Jeffrey.
Go ahead there,
All right.
Josh.
There you go. Hey, Jeffrey. All right, man. Well, you know, for a good cause here tonight, you are going to grab the pole, though. We got to, of course, talk about grabbing the pole. And, you know, this is for a great event. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, first off, I gotta thank Gary for inviting me to do this, because this is for a good cause for his mother. And as you can tell, with the paid scheme that I'm using is for Driven to Save Lives. I'm not a donator yet, but I'm working on being a donator to save a lot of people's lives that goes on out there in the world. But yes, it's a great group of guys so far. We'll see how this race goes, and hopefully I'll talk to you in victory lane.
All righty, buddy. Well, we'll see here. I know the top three are getting, you know, kind of getting some payment here for, you know, coming out here and racing. But, you know, in all honesty, it's not all about that. It's all about for a good cause. But hey, you know, got to grab a win somewhere. Why not grab it here tonight? You know, the Check It for Andretti Foundation, the Stacey Wells Memorial Charity Race, bud. So, you know, I'm gonna let you get back to it. Let you get, you know, concentrated down there. So good luck down there, bud.
Thank you, buddy. It's going to be a good practice race for coming up next week. So hopefully everything goes well.
Oh yeah, definitely so. All right, bud. Good luck.
Thank you. You have a good one.
All right, we're getting back up there to his room here tonight. All right, well now we're starting to get some people out here in chat tonight. We got about 14 now watching, 7 likes already, and of course, up at the top, it is pinned. If anybody out there, you know, no pressure, want to donate to the Check It for Andretti Foundation, the link is pinned up here in chat. And of course, in the in chat here tonight, I will go ahead and post the direct email to Gary Wells. Apparently, PayPal is having some issues. Now, of course, if you want to donate straight to the Check It for Andretti Foundation, I guess you would have to find their actual website. I don't think they have that donate button on their Facebook. So you could probably do some, you know, research on that to, you know, kind of figure that out. But this is, of course, the memorial race for Stacey, but it is also for the Check It for Andretti Foundation. As we see Jeffrey Goodpaster, we've already seen his car. He is running the Drive to Save Lives, like he said, 77. So glad to see that paint out there here this evening. I don't know if anybody else is running something similar. Not entirely sure. I see Gary. Oh, Gary's paint's not showing up. Oh, we had a paint and it's not showing up here tonight. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, sorry, Gary. Alright, well, we are rolling off here tonight, folks. Go ahead and get that qual time bar off there. I have to work on some camera angles for this track because I do not have any. All right, Now, I do believe that pace truck will dive off to the safety of pit road. Out of a turn 4, there it goes. Waiting on the green here tonight. We'll get things started. Jeffrey Goodpaster. There's the green. Boogity, 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 folks. We're racing here tonight. The Nashville Super Speedway. Stacey Wells Memorial Charity Race. Check it for Andretti Foundation. Luis DiCarlo out there in chat. Doing that Yeehaw TCB. I know who that is. Andrew Moraz is going to lead the very, very first lap here tonight, as everybody now going to start possibly going single file. Got some action up here. I thought maybe a little bit of 3 wide was going to happen there with the 94, 61, and 77, but that didn't happen. Here comes Zach Lindgren down to the inside of that 77. Music City, you got that right. Matt Staton is right to there in that 19, right behind him. Gary Wells, Don Cozier, David Cameron, Lee Staples, kind of rounding out the 10 drivers here this evening. Now, they all probably gonna get spread out, unfortunately, with the driver count here. But nonetheless, I mean, if they can stay close together, this could make for a very, very good finish. Very, very good race. And of course, it's all for a good cause here tonight. Not seeing a whole lot going on right now, and I know we're only 3 laps into this race. And Gary Wells looking out of the inside of the 19 of Matt Staton. That is going to be for that 6th spot. Matt running that low midline there out of turn 4. Whoa! Wow, looks like it does get a little loose out of 4 coming up to the wall. We might have to do a little bit of a ride-along cockpit here with Matt Staton. Try to see, you know, how these drivers are managing this track. It looks like it's an old concrete surface. So, yeah, definitely going to use up tires for sure. See the top 3, 5 drivers right up ahead of Matt. Right. Everybody in line. All the way back to Lee Staples. His name is not showing up in the driver bar. He is running all the way back here in that 10th spot. David Cameron really far back, 2.7 seconds, and still falling behind Sean Cozier here there in 8th. Battle up here up front, Zach Lindgren in that 85 to the inside of the 61 of Corey Cook. He is going to make that pass. Watch that 77, our pole sitter here tonight, trying to figure out a way to get back up toward the front. Andrew Moraz, our leader, does have company in Greg Wellen there in the 94. I don't know if it's Wellen or Whelan. I'm going to say Wellen. Alrighty, some good racing. Good single file. Already decided that 75 laps here, and, you know, a very unfamiliar track probably for some, you know, trying to get it figured out here. Woo, Andrew really close to that outside wall. let's see. Zach coming from 7th to 3rd. As we are going to take lap 11 here already. The times are starting to kind of fall off here. It's about a 5/10 of a second fall off already for some. So tires are starting to already play a factor. There we go, the 94 of Greg Wellen to the inside, trying to make a pass on our leader. We have a new leader out of turn number 4. It's Greg Wellen leading this lap. Andrew back to 2nd. Zach still in 3rd. Corey Cook in 5th. A little bit of a gap back to Jeffrey Goodpaster at about 7/8 of a second. He does keep falling. Back a little bit further is Gary Wells. He does have some company with him in the 19 of Matt Staton. And Sean Kozier not too far behind him at about 3/10 of a second. So these three pretty close together here. And of course we get up here, another battle. Whoa, there we go. Zach Lindgren in the 85, the 4 of Andrew Mraz going at it. That is going to be for that 2nd spot. I know I've known Zach for a long time. I do not know if she is out in chat or not, but Sarah Lindgren, mama of Zach, known Sarah for quite a while here too. Oh! Zach, getting a little squirrely, side by side, the 61 and the 4, Corey Cook and Andrew. Now they get no resets here, folks, so if something does happen and they do get damage, they do have to get it fixed the old-fashioned way on pit road. Now the 61 is going to keep that spot. 4 of Andrew still trying to figure out, okay, how can I get around the number 61 here? Well, as that is going on, Greg Wellham getting a little bit of a gap here to Zach Lindgren. Zach, though, he is coming back up toward the front. And I say that now he's back to at about 4/10 of a second. All right, now seeing a lot more separation between the drivers here. Not really a whole lot. I still think the guy you're gonna have to watch is the no-name in the driver bar, that number 5 of Lee Staples. He hangs back, he does his own thing, figures out the track, and I think before we get to lap number 40, 45, the halfway, we're close to the halfway, I think Lee will have this track figured out. We'll probably see him, up in that front here, or toward the front before, it's said and done. But now just a lot of separation, anywhere between, a half a second to, 2 seconds. And it is starting to get a little bit of gappy here tonight. Well, folks out there in chat, David, Lewis, Mr. Tech Hunter, anybody out there that's not racing but in chat, I mean, who should we go cockpit here? Who should we ride along with here tonight, seeing as, we're having that separation going? Kozier? You want to go with Kozier? All right, well, we'll go ahead and ride along with him here. He's behind the 19 of Matt Staton. Of course, Matt Staton's mom is in chat here tonight too. So John Black. Yeah, it's me. It sure is. Stacey Wells Memorial Charity Race. Check it for Andretti Foundation here at Nashville Super Speedway. Presented by MaxSpeedTV. But John, yeah, it is me. It is Medlock. Lap 21 of 75 here. Shorter of a race than what they would normally race these types of tracks. Usually it'd be over 100. But it is a charity event, so it is shorter. Of course, the tire sets are shorter as well. 4 in total. That includes the set they start with. They only get 3 behind the wall. I'm pretty interested here. I'm interesting to see, you know, kind of when these drivers are going to start coming down pit road. You know, if you come down at 40, you're going to have 40 to go. And from what I understand, somewhere between 30 and 40 laps, I think 40 might be the max, 40 to 41 might be the max on fuel. It is 60%. So, right along here with Sean. Oh, the 19. Oh, no, Matt Staton. Now, let's get back here and see. He's going to go all the way back to 8th. And now we were right along with Sean. Jeffrey Goodpaster also getting around him. My brother Jeremy Medlock out there in chat here tonight. I'm going to stay still having some action, though. Gotta watch Zach. He was right behind Greg Wellen here. That would be for lead. This is first and second right here together. Back here to Corey Cook. He's got a little bit of a gap there with Andrew Mirage and Gary Wells. Jeffrey Goodpaster, Sean Kozier, Matt Staton, David Cameron, and of course, Lee Staples, the no name in the driver bar. All right, Brennan. Yep, we'll be here. It is going to go by pretty quickly, just to let you know. Oh, Andrew is on pit road here. Lap 26. That's going to put him at about 49 laps to the end. I do not believe he is going to be able to make it. Now, he is 1 lap down. That is Andrew Mirage. Not a whole lot going on out here on track at the present time. We did do a ride along with Sean. How about we just do a little bit of a ride along here with Gary? I mean, we've got 10 drivers, folks. I could probably go cockpit with all 10 of them out there tonight. Gary is 2.1 seconds ahead, 2.2. But roughly somewhere right in there ahead of Sean Kozier here. Now, am I saying his last name right? Kozier? David Designs is out there. He can correct me if I'm wrong. Well, you know what, John, David? Yeah, I think you're about right on that. I think that's what we should do. Now, we are having pit stops, though. That's the problem. We got Corey Cook coming down pit road. So, you know, should I crank it up now or wait? I mean, that is a big question, but you guys wanting to crank it up. So, You know, I don't have a crank it up camera actually here for the Nashville Super Speedway. So I guess what we're going to have to do is go cockpit, and that's what we will do. We will start it here tonight up here with the 85 of Zach Lindgren here. Let's go ahead and crank it up here tonight. Alrighty, folks, we're going to switch it. We're going to get back here to David Cameron here tonight. Switching drivers, Lee, no name in the driver bar, Staples. We're going to go ahead and finalize it up here tonight. After Lee crosses the stripe, we'll finalize it with Gary Wells. All right, here we go. The final driver for Crank It Up here tonight. Alrighty, folks, Crank It Up is over with here tonight. Now, we do have the leaders coming down. Greg Wellen down. Zach Lindgren down. I do suspect Gary will probably be coming down here. Yes, he is. Third place coming down pit road. Jeffrey Goodpaster, our pole setter, down pit road. Lee Screaming Staples, no name Staples there in the driver bar. Lee Staples, the number 5, is going to take over the lead here this evening. That's going to put the 19 behind him. That is going to be Matt Staton. Oh, Matt, get a little loosey-goosey there. Woo, nice save by Matt Staton. Of course, we have just a few laps ago hit that halfway mark here. We're almost done already with this race here tonight. Stacey Wells Memorial Charity Race, checking for Andretti Foundation here at Nashville Super Speedway, presented by MaxSpeedTV. 10 drivers here tonight. 10 drivers are still out here as well. Of course, Justin Gann out there in chat. A big shout out to Justin. Of course, the owner is Swift Motorsports. Uh-oh. Lee Staples down pit road. You said an uh-oh there, David, so I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to on that uh-oh. Oh, it might be in chat about about this track in ARCA. All right, here I am up here with the 61 of Corey Cook, the 95 of Greg Welland. Andrew Mraz is our leader, but we did have Greg make that pass over Corey Cook. Look who is right there. That's the 77 of Jeffrey Goodpaster. Now, he is a lap down, as well as Lee Staples, who just pitted. He is back out here on the racetrack. He is the first driver a lap down. I do believe Lee is going to be able to come around that number 4 of Andrew Mraz to get his lap back here the old-fashioned way. Bull, that 5 there. Okay, he was high. 4 went high. Now the 5 goes low. So now we got a battle here between the 5 and the 4, but it's not for position. Lee Staples does get his lap back there the old-fashioned way. So let's get back here to Andrew Mraz. Greg Welland right there with our leaders in the 4. Oh, 77 gets tags the 4. Whoa! Oh no, we have got to see that here on the MaxSpeedTV replay here. We gotta see, was that net code? Was there contact? That was a good save though, for sure. We do definitely have got to take a look at this. Now I went back 40 seconds here. So let's get up here to the 77 of Jeffrey Goodpaster. Was there contact? Was there net code? That's going to be on. That's going to be with the 4 of Andrew. That's right there. Wow, there definitely could have been some contact there. Now there's no caution, so I'm trying to make this quick. Right front here, we're going to go ahead and kind of turn up the camera here, and we'll watch it. Oh, if there was, it was just the slightest contact. Wow, good save though. Good save by the 4 of Andrew Mraz. Now Andrew is coming down pit road now. At 45 of 75, Greg Welland back up front. He's going to lead 30 laps here at that time across the stripe. Zach Lindgren there in second. Corey Cook there in third. Matt Staton fourth. John Kozier rounding out our top 5. Gary Wells right here in 6th. Lee Staples, no-name Staples there in 7th. Jeffrey Goodpaster in 8th, David Cameron 9th, and Andrew is just going to be coming off of pit road as we speak. So that rounds out our top 10 drivers here. We are taking lap number 47. Twenty 27 laps to go. 28 laps to go. Had no cautions here so far, thank God. 29 laps to go. 4 lead changes here, though. That is what we have had. Been some good strategy racing. Good strategy call racing here. No name Staples. Well, I, I have issues sometimes with, well, we'll get back to that. Sean Kosher here in the 97, coming around to the inside of the 19 of Matt Staton. That's going to be for fourth, and he is going to complete that pass. I do have from time to time, drivers' names just does not want to show up in the driver bars. So, I don't know, you know, kind of what goes on there. Country Guns out there is Bristol under red. I don't know. I don't watch real racing. So, if they're under red there, well, we're green here at Nashville Super Speedway. So glad to have you out there, Country. Oh, we're kind of spread out here tonight, but Alfredo, Anthony Alfredo. I'm assuming that's who you're talking about, is Anthony. I don't know him personally, but I do know that name. Alrighty, folks. Well, we are going to be coming up here to 20 to go here in about 4 laps when they, of course, cross the stripe to take lap 56. We are going to be under 20 to go. Mid-race interview. David Designs, I do not do green flag interviews. Everybody's out here on the racetrack, and I don't know exactly who you are. What I see is everybody out here on the racetrack green. I'm assuming you're not Darren. Or are you? Andrew, David. Ooh, well, now we've got 4 drivers a lap down. Jeffrey Goodpaster, Andrew Moraz, David Cameron, Zach Lindgren. Of course, Zach is coming off of pit road now, so that is why. Oh, Sean down pit road. Gary Wells down pit road. Okay. All right, well, I do not know if he is listening here tonight. Darren Clement down there, one of our admins, and I don't normally, you know, interview our admins while a race is going on, but I gotta say, we've been green here. So if Darren is listening in chat here tonight, if you want to go ahead and pull yourself up here to the waiting room, we'll go ahead and get you up here. You even said it before the race, you know, want an interview, then let's go for it. So I'll leave that to you if you're down, if you're listening, of course. Right now, though, Craig Wellen, 40 laps under his belt, had more drivers come down pit road. Lee Staples. Oh, here comes Corey Cook down pit road. This is going to be interesting. Well, I don't know. I know Darren said that I could pull him up during the race. I don't know who you are, David Designs. I've never seen you that I know of. I might know you by a different name. I mean, Apparently you are part of Swift. I do know that. Greg Wellen, Lee Staples, our top two. Matt Staton, third. Zach Lindgren, fourth. Jeffrey Goodpaster rounding out the top five. Of course, Zach and Jeffrey are a lap down right now. Oh, man. Oh, man. The top three really need to pit. Greg, Lee, and Matt. Maybe bank it on a quick caution here. We have not... All right, talking to chat here. Yeah, David, you're... yeah, I'm confused as well. Mr. Tech Hunter out there, and I know him. All right, here we go, the 19. The 94, that's Greg Wellen. The 19 is Matt Staton. Oh. Got two drivers now on the lead lap. Greg Wellen and Lee No Name Staples. That's what I'm going to call him because of the driver bar here. 14 to go here. He's been out here at about 22 laps, so that's going to put him at about about 35. I believe Lee Staples can make it. Greg Wellen, 13 to go. He's been out here at about 25, 35, 38. Yeah, well, it's going to be close. Right now, two drivers on the lead lap. Greg Wellen, Lee Staples. Let's check Matt Staton here. The first driver a lap down. Zach Lindgren behind him. It looks like Zach is going to go to the inside and make that pass. First driver a lap down. You guys are killing me in chat. Oh, man. All right, well, Zach, around the 94 of Greg Wellen, did get his lap back the old-fashioned way. So Zach is back on the lead lap here, currently running in third. Let's check Matt Staton here. Andrew Mirage, yep, separation though between some of the lap cars here. Corey Cook, David Cameron. Ooh, David got a little loose there. It's not Talladega. Okay, so we got some trolls in chat. I'm cool with that. I get that every week. Ooh, the 5 of Lee Staples. Getting passed up by Zach Lindgren. Zach coming up on the 33. And it's going to be Gary Wells. Now, Gary is one lap down, but Zach is not. Zach is in second. However, Zach is 24 seconds, 25 seconds behind our leader, Greg Owellen. Alrighty, folks, well, make sure you check out the Check It for And Ready Foundation. If you want to donate, of course, you can donate probably directly to them on their website if they have one. I don't know. They do have a Facebook, but definitely check them out. If you want to donate and they don't have a donate button, you can always donate directly to Gary Wells, and of course all proceeds do go to the Check It for And Ready Foundation. Other than the top 3 payouts for the top 3 here, everything else will be directly sent by apparently by check from Gary. We'll get Gary back up here at the end of the race here to kind of talk about the race, and you know, it's for a good cause. Yeah, I know, not a huge turnout for sure, but it definitely good racing, definitely for a good cause. I'm kind of wondering if Greg is going to lap some other drivers here, such as a no-name Staples. That would be Lee Staples. All right, folks, we're going to hit 3 to go. That time by. We got 3 laps remaining here tonight. The Nashville Super Speedway. I don't know why they call this a super speedway. This is not a super speedway. Well, that is not going to happen. It would be different, but that's not going to happen. 2 to go. All right, I think Greg Owellen, 36, he's going to take the white flag here this time. And, yep, maybe saving fuel. White flag is in the air. 1 to go here tonight, folks, for the Stacey Wells Memorial Charity Race Check It for And Ready Foundation here at Nashville Super Speedway, presented by MaxSpeedTV. Zach Lindgren there in second. Lee Staples right up ahead of the 94 there in third. Andrew Mraz fourth. Corey Cook in fifth. But our winner here tonight is going to be Greg Welland, grabbing the victory here this evening. Congratulations goes to Greg Owellen. Zach Lindgren there. Coming around turn 4 officially is going to take that second spot. And Lee Staples, no-name Staples, our top 3 here tonight. Andrew Mraz in fourth. Corey Cook will round out our top 5 here, folks. Hang on just a minute. We'll get the top 3 up here for the MaxSpeedTV post-race show right after these messages. Alrighty, folks, we're back live here on MaxSpeedTV, of course, for a good cause here tonight. We've caught up, of course, with our third place here, and, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say it, No Name Staples here, the number 5 of Lee Staples, finishing third here, the last driver on the lead lap here tonight, but, you know, it's for a good cause, Lee, but you know, talk about the racing out here tonight. This track is not a super speedway by any means.
No, I was shocked when I ran my first practice laps on it this afternoon, Josh. It says, you're right, it says super speedway, but it's more like a short track, actually. It's 1 and 2 are completely different from 3 and 4. 3 and 4 are pretty good. 1 and 2, I'm still not used to.
So, you know, I was talking about you tonight, and I said, you know, go ahead and watch that guy back there running dead last here early on in the race. Go ahead and watch that number 5, because by the time halfway hits, he's going to have this track figured out, and apparently you have the track figured out. It was either that or it was just by luck. I think you had it figured out.
Yeah, what I learned, Josh, is just less is more. The harder you try to run this place, the slower you're going to go. So I decided to ease up a little bit. And it helped tire wear, it helped lap times, it helped everything. So I just sometimes it's kind of like a road course in that respect. You know, the harder you try, the slower you get. So
Oh yeah,
just finding that balance between aggression and not going over the line.
well, you are running a Check It for Andretti paint. I was looking for some paints out there tonight, and I'm just seeing this. You know, this is Check It for Andretti. Of course, this is also the Stacey Wells Memorial, man. You know, when this was brought up, let's go and kind of real quickly talk about it. When this race was brought up, what was your mindset behind that? So why did you come out and, you know, do this?
I came out because colonoscopies, I have no doubt in my mind, Josh, have saved my life. I've had 3 already, and they have found polyps on each time they've done one. And if you take care of those things early enough, they don't turn into cancer, and you live a long life. So men, get out there and get those colonoscopies when you're supposed to get them. That's why this whole event was so close to my heart.
Well, you know, and that does hit home because, you know, cancer does run in my family as well. It's not colon, but you know, it is cancer. Cancer just sucks, and I will blatantly say it no matter what it is. But, you know, Lee, awesome job out here tonight, third place. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, kind of turn it over to Gary. He's got something for you here tonight. So, Gary, go ahead, bud.
Well, I mean, we talked before the race today, Lee, and I appreciate you wanting to chip in and get into this event. We had already talked pre-race that if you were going to be in top 3 tonight, a part of the payout, you said you wanted to give your portion back to the charity. So do appreciate that. That will definitely be added back into the funds. But good run tonight on your third place, and of course we'll be seeing you out on the track. We usually race together somewhat, so it's good seeing you out on track tonight.
Yeah, I'll be back when y'all recrank it in October. It was fun, Gary. I had a blast. Anytime I can run the Cup car, I'll be there because I love this car.
Yes, sir. It was a fun race tonight. It was good seeing you on track.
You too as well, Gary. Thanks for all you do, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty, Lee. Well, final thought, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate third here tonight, man. Go ahead.
Just my teammates at LA Sim Sport and my beautiful wife, Karen, who lets me do this anytime I want to do it. She just supports me in every way possible. And thanks to you, Josh, for everything you do. You're so awesome. You add so much to the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Lee. I do appreciate that. We'll see you next time, bud.
Take it easy, Josh.
Yep, you too. All right. Well, that is going to bring us here to our second place finisher here tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and drag him up here and give him a hard time here real quick before I turn it over to Gary. Zach, the 85 Diecast Fans machine, that's what I have. 25.6 seconds behind the leader.
Yes, sir. On paper, they don't look too good.
Ugh, all right, Gary, Mike's yours, man. Interview second.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were working down there together tonight, talking pit strategy, and we thought 2 stops was going to work, and it backfired. So it gave all the ammunition to the leader. He was able to save some gas. But talk about your race tonight, Zach. I mean, you ran pretty good. You made up your way through the field pretty quickly, coming from 7th to 2nd there in that first stint, and just couldn't quite get to the leader. Talk about your race.
Yeah, it was a fun little race. I enjoy Nashville. It's a really fun track. As soon as you get that one lap perfect, you just want more. So we were able to put a few laps together on the initial start and kind of find our pace around everyone, see where we were running and how we were running. As soon as I got into second, and it was just a matter of being consistent, and we were able to catch up to the 94. He just put on a really good line. It was almost impossible to pass him. He put on a really good defensive line, kept my nose dirty most of the first run. It was just almost impossible for me to even make a move to try to pass him. After the first stop, I thought that I might be able to make it, but after looking at it, I didn't think I was going to. So I was hoping to come in, to fill up, get new tires, and be able to pretty much run the whole track and run him back down, but it didn't happen. With me coming into pit, it just gave him all the padding in the world to save fuel. So we'll put that in the back pocket should another race come down to field strategy like this, and we'll go forward with that.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of good data for the notes. But was this your first ever race running around Nashville?
No, this was actually my third race. One NIS, one league race, and then this one.
Okay, right on. So you did have a little bit of experience coming in here tonight.
A little bit.
You mentioned tonight's race. It really came down to in that first stint. You said he blasted you on pit road. He gained like 2 seconds on you. Talk about that.
Yeah, he really had entry to pit road down. I was on him hard pretty much most of that first run, all the way up until we were coming down pit road. I got on the apron because I thought, it'd be real easy to overshoot, and I thought he overshot it, but I mean, he hit it so perfect. We were a 10th when I started braking to come down pit road off, and by the time we even got into pit road, he was almost a second back in front of me, and then on exit, he just blew away. So, I mean, that's pretty much how you win. You're not gonna win it all just out on the track. You got to win it coming down pit road, keeping pace, and then getting out off of pit road. So he definitely earned that win. I try to give him everything I could. I try to throw 2-3 strategies at him, and he was able to keep them all down. Yeah, thanks.
Wow.
I had to gather my thoughts. Medlock was throwing me off there.
I'm over here cranking up laughing because it's Zach. I've known Zach for a long time, so
Hey, sometimes the English don't work too good, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
the only class I ever flunked was English, and it's the language I speak. So I mean, it just kind of showed through right there.
Wow. All right.
Well, hey, so we're gonna wrap this up here before we get too much further off track. Of course, I'm up here not just to interview you, but I was gonna present the payouts here this evening, and we had talked before we got drugged up here by Medlock that you were willing to give your portion back into the fund for the Check It for Andretti Foundation. We definitely do appreciate that, and
Absolutely.
wanted to thank you for your time of coming out here and missing the start of the Cup race, but
Yeah, it's all good.
it's for a good cause, so we appreciate you coming out, and hopefully we'll see you around for some more races.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's for a good cause. You guys were talking earlier about colon cancer and how it hits you, Gary. It's also hit my family. We have a very aggressive form of it in my family as well. So it does hit close to home. So to donate it back to charity is kind of something special.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, any final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give as we let you go celebrate the second place?
Give a shout out to NASCAR Diecast fans for being on the car. HMS Motorsport, Racecom, and Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation for also being on the car. Josh up here in the booth, dedicating your time. We very much appreciate it. Everyone back at home watching, we hope we put on a good show for you. Gary, thank you for helping put on this whole program. Everyone who is admin and dedicated their time to it. The brave men and women overseas, letting us, keeping us free so we can race on the internet for a couple of hours. So a huge shout out to them.
Hoorah.
Alrighty, man. Well, we definitely do appreciate it, Zach, and thank you a lot for your time. And we'll let you go celebrate that second place.
Awesome, sir. Thank you.
Sounds good. See you, bud.
All right. Well, that is Zach Lindgren here. And of course, we are going to bring up our winner here tonight, Greg Willen here. Now, am I saying your last name correct?
Yeah, you're one of the few to actually get it right. It's just good old-fashioned Wellen.
All right. Woohoo! Gary knows I butcher last names. So
It's your profession outside of broadcasting.
Wow. Greg, awesome job out here tonight for a good cause. But man, talk about the track here, because Nashville Super Speedway, it's called a super speedway, but is it really a super speedway?
It's, I guess, a speedway is what I would classify it as. But yeah, it's a difficult but extremely fun track to race on.
Well, talk about, coming out here tonight for a good cause, of course. Seeing what's at stake, maybe learning the track. I don't know how much experience you have out here, but seeing what track it was, what was your mindset coming into tonight when you got into the lobby?
Oh, it's straight up excitement. First of all, I love the charity race that you guys put on. I love doing things like this and being a part of it. Got to compliment the drivers going green the whole way. That is unheard of. So that was incredibly impressive. But the track that got me excited. It is so hard and it's so racy, and you got to use so much brake pedal and gas pedal to get around it. It's a real racetrack.
Well, I'm seeing, I'm looking at your car here, and we'll get to the paint here in just a second, but, it went green. We had green flag pit stops. I mean, what was the mindset, especially coming out pit road, because it could make it or break it as well?
Oh, 100%. No, coming down pit road, I made sure to practice what to do during practice, and it paid off. That was finally the thing that gave me a little distance on Zach, because honestly, he was faster than me at the end of that run. I just kept him in the dirty air. I just had to make sure I didn't make a mistake and kept him behind me. But yeah, pit road, I knew to slam on the brakes as soon as those hash marks start, right where the grass ends. But as soon as you get the car straight, gas it up for a few seconds and then stomp on it coming to the line. And then on the access road coming back around, I knew how fast I could go, and I could drift it pretty good through there. And that gave me a couple seconds. And like you saw before he had to pit, I had him back 2 seconds. He still got back to within a second of me.
Well, you are going to finish here 25.6 seconds ahead of Zach Lindgren. But it's for a good cause. Now, going to the paint here tonight, I see Zoe's Place on the back here tonight, Child Advocacy Center. And, of course, looks like a Redbirds Cardinals fan, per se.
Yeah, it's my son's travel ball baseball organization. A lot of the boys watch a lot of the races that I do, and I know a handful of them are listening. So this is for you boys. So that's for the organization. And then Zoe's Place is a child advocacy center out in Indiana. And children that are in the absolute worst situation of any form of abuse you can imagine, they help children in that situation, from whether it just be a safe place, put them in touch with counseling services, a nice neutral place for law enforcement to do those difficult interviews to help those kids. So it's a nice meaty area out there for kids trying to, I guess, cope with and hold accountable their perpetrators, and first steps in healing in difficult situation.
Yes, sir. Well, glad to see it. Of course, I'm a Kansas City Royals fan. MLB, go Royals. However, with that being said, awesome job here tonight. Awesome sponsors out there as well. Yeah, Zoe's Place. Check them out, of course, for Greg. But Gary, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you here. First place here tonight, Gary, Mike's yours.
Yeah, so Greg, for winning tonight, there was a payout for the top three. It was a total of $100 amongst our top three. They were going to split it, and you won $75 tonight for winning this race. But we appreciate you coming out, and hopefully we see you around a lot more. As a league, it's not necessarily part of recruiting, but Swift Motorsports is putting on, one of the best leagues out on iRacing. You're welcome to join us. But yeah, top payout for the winner. That was you tonight for winning the race. So just want to say congratulations to you, and hopefully we see you around a lot more.
Yeah, I got to be honest, your name sounds familiar, but man, that's incredible. I didn't think it'd be anything like that. So I'll donate a portion of winnings for any special events that I do to Zoe's place. So this is helpful to them as well. But can you guys please describe who this memorial race was for?
Yes.
Yeah, please do.
So this is for
Go
my
ahead,
mother.
Gary.
She passed away of stage 4 colorectal cancer last year, so just wanted to put on the race for a good cause and in her honor. And I knew that this was the Check It for Andretti Foundation does a lot with the colonoscopy, helping people pay for testing and getting to testing, those kind of things for their colonoscopy. So just spreading the awareness for that, and I knew that this would be a good cause, and that's partially why we put this on. So.
Well, 10-4. I really appreciate you putting this on. I didn't see it till today. Did you guys post this race sooner than today, or did you just kind of formulate it today?
It's been in the works for about a month, but we were posting it in here, and I had a couple other Discords that I've been connected with over the years, and wasn't getting a whole lot of progress on it. So today, kind of last minute, just to try to get a few more drivers in here, we did start posting on the forums today. So.
Gotcha. I wish I knew about it sooner. I have a lot of drivers that I race with in a couple other leagues I know that love to do stuff like this, and especially to donate. So in the future, I'll keep my eyes open, and I'll definitely help get the word out for you
Yeah, man,
when you do
for
stuff
sure.
like this.
Yeah, absolutely appreciate that, Greg. I'm gonna hand the floor back over to Josh here and let him finish his stuff out, and we'll go from there.
All right. Well, Greg, awesome job out here tonight, man. For a good cause, of course. As we were talking about it, you are going to, of course, win it here tonight at the Nashville Super Speedway. Final thoughts, shout-outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate the victory?
It definitely got a shout out to the Redbirds. Like I said, I know they're watching, but if it kind of broke up, I think Gary said that this race was in memory of his mom. So, obviously, shout out to her. And thank you to you guys for putting this on and broadcasting it. This was a good time. And man, I'm still blown away. Green the whole way. And I can't remember his name. The guy in the 4-car had an unbelievable save.
That would be Andrew Mirage.
Yeah, not only was he fast, but that guy, there's no way I would have saved that car. That was incredible to watch.
All right, anybody else?
No, that'll do it. I'm all good, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, Greg, awesome job, awesome win here tonight. Hopefully we'll see you later on, bud.
Yep, I'm doing a lot with my son's travel ball baseball team, so I don't get to race a lot, but trust me, I'll be poking around in the Discord here, seeing what you guys got.
All right, well, that's going to be on Gary, so. Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
For sure. Well, don't go too far, Greg. I'm going to drag you back down to the waiting room. We'll pick you up after the broadcast is done here, because I know that Medlock wants to go over the results here.
Yep. All right, well, that is going to bring us here to our results here tonight. Gary, go ahead and do what you got to do. So let's go ahead and get down here to our, well, it's going to be official because...
It is official.
Yeah, I'm just kind of throwing my stuff out there. You know how I am. Oh, I do that. Oh, here we go. Greg Wellen there, grabbing the win here tonight. For a great cause, grab the win. Zach Lingering there in that second spot. Lee Staples there in third. Andrew Mirage there in that number 4 in fourth. Hey, 4 for 4 for Andrew. Sorry, Andrew. Had to do it. Corey Cook running out the top 5. Go ahead, Gary.
In that 6th position, we've got Jeffrey Goodpaster in the 77 machine. 7th place, David Cameron there in that 10 machine. 8th place, me, myself, and I in that 33 car. 9th place is going to be Sean Kozier there in the 97 machine. And rounding out the field tonight is going to be Matt Staton there in the number 10.
All right. Well, Darren Clement, Don Kidder, our admins, and a big, Gary, admins do not get the shout outs they deserve. I mean, they take time out of their own personal life to do this. So a big shout out to Darren and Dawn for coming in and adminning the race here tonight.
Yeah, I thanked them up and down before this event, and I can't express my gratefulness enough for them for taking the time out of their day to help put this on and keep in control of everything in the tower. They did a phenomenal job.
Alrighty, folks. Well, that's going to do it here tonight for MaxSpeedTV. We do appreciate everybody that tuned in here tonight. And, of course, those that have donated, that have raced, and those that will donate here for the Check It for Andretti Foundation. Of course, you can check that out in chat and direct to Gary Wells there. It is posted there at the top, but that's going to do it here for MaxSpeedTV. Thank you all. Until tomorrow night for Slide Jobs. Stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.